Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. I am Hina Gambhir and this is the newspaper show. We are back with your favorite newspapers, which many of you might still be missing because still newspaper delivery is not happening in some places across the country. So let's get started with the Times of India first. And the biggest story that is there on the front page of Times of India today is what relaxations will you be getting as today onwards lockdown 4.0 begins. So here is a complete information that you need to know. States free to fix zones, make everyday life easier. 33% cap on office staff lifted. Shops, markets, salons can also open in red zones. So that's the important information that is there for you. Apart from this, e-commerce delivery of non-essentials across all zones is something that is also now permitted. And then there is a complete breakup of how various relaxations have come in. Interstate travel, cabs are allowed, marketplaces can be opened, salons, barber shops can be open in red zones as well. However, shops will have staggered timings and will have to ensure complete social distancing. Interstate movement of vehicles and buses only with the consent of states is going to be allowed. E-commerce players can deliver non-essentials even in red zones. Restaurants permitted to operate kitchens for home delivery of food items. In case you're planning to go and sit and eat in a restaurant, perhaps you might have to wait a little longer, but you can order food because now home delivery of food items has been allowed. All states and union territories shall allow interstate and intrastate movement of medical professionals and ambulances without any restriction. In containment zone, however, only essential activities are allowed, but in all other zones everything is allowed. Of course, there are certain things that are prohibited as well. We'll tell you about it in just a bit, but more information here. States will demarcate the zones. Movement and activities allowed even in red zones. Sports can be held in stadia, but there are not going to be any spectators. We'll get you more details on this one in just a bit. Taxis, autos, cab aggregators, e-rickshaw services no longer barred in red zone. So all of these are allowed now, and there is not going to be any 33% staff rule for offices. That's another big news that has come in lockdown 4.0. Now, what is not allowed? That's also very, very important. So this is the list of services that are not allowed. That's there on the front page only. Domestic and international air travel of passengers. Metro services not allowed. Schools, colleges, hotels, restaurants, movie halls, malls, swimming pools and gyms will also remain shut. All social and political and religious functions and places of worship will also remain shut. Movement of people will remain prohibited across the country from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Even if it's a green zone, the 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew is going to continue. And lastly, people above 65 years of age with comorbidities, pregnant women and under 10 kids shall stay at home. So these are the do's and don'ts of various services that will start from today. Of course, states will be deciding as to which zone you will be living in. Then on the other hand, there is another important story on Times of India's front page. Government signals retreat of PSUs even across strategic sectors. So yesterday was the last tranche of the economic stimulus that was announced by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and here is a complete breakdown of which sector has got what in the last tranche, and this is the division as well of the money. 20.97 lakh crore, that was the total stimulus package that NDA has announced. And Times of India has also done an interview with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, which you can find on page number 6, and she has said that money can be put into people's hand in several forms. Remember, yesterday we told you how people like Azim Premji are also now recommending that perhaps the need of the hour is to give 5,000 to 7,000 rupees to the most vulnerable section of the society, people who have lost their jobs, migrant laborers, etc. And here the government has responded in this interview as well. Apart from this, here's an update on India's corona count. For the first time, new cases top 5,000, deaths up by 154. Corona count from lockdown 1.0 to 4.0 has been given here, and with the fourth phase of lockdown beginning, we are staring at corona cases, around 95,000, and that is something that is a cause of concern as well. Rajasthan cops forced us into truck. This is what Auraiya crash survivors are alleging. Another story here on the front page. And Malia could seek UK asylum to avoid extradition. Other top stories that Times of India is reporting. Hizbul ultra short Jawan dies in J&K. Top Hizbul Mujahideen commander involved in the murder of RSS functionary Chandrakant Sharma and his PSO in April 2019 were killed in an anti-insurgency operation in J&K's Doda on Sunday. An army Jawan also lost his life. Now, here is a very important update for the severe cyclonic storm Amphan. Big damage feared. Cyclone Amphan is likely to hit West Bengal coast on Wednesday afternoon, evening as a very severe cyclonic storm, IMD has said, may cause extensive damage in coastal districts of Odisha and Bengal, and these are on high alert. मूविंग ऑन नाउ टू द नव भारत टाइम्स। और अगर सबसे पहली खबर की बात करें तो यहाँ पर लॉकडाउन की खबर दी गई है फ्रंट पेज पर। 31 मई तक हम लॉक ही रहेंगे पर चाबी राज्यों के हाथ होगी, ये आज की हेडलाइन है नव भारत टाइम्स में। और यहाँ पर भी बताया हुआ है कि कौन कौन सी सर्विसेज हैं वो खुल जाएंगी और कौन कौन सी सर्विसेज अभी भी प्रोहिबिटेड रहेंगी। उसी के साथ ही कल जो आखिरी अनाउंसमेंट की थी इकोनॉमिक स्टिमुलस की, उसकी बात की है नव भारत टाइम्स ने। पब्लिक सेक्टर में मेगा प्राइवेट एंट्री, मनरेगा को मिलेंगे 40,000 करोड़। 5वीं किस्त में कंपनी, किसान, मजदूर, शिक्षा, सेहत का ध्यान रखा फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने। इसी के साथ ही एक और खबर है, स्टेडियम खुलेंगे पर आईपीएल अभी दूर है। केंद्र सरकार ने स्टेडियम और खेल परिसरों को खोलने की अनुमति दे दी है। इसके साथ ही चर्चा गर्म है कि क्या इंडियन प्रीमियर लीग के लिए भी दरवाजे खुल गए हैं। तो ये भी आज की बड़ी खबर यहां पर रिपोर्ट की गई है। और उसी के साथ ही जहां एक तरफ इकोनॉमिक पैकेज की बात हो रही है, रिलैक्सेशंस की बात हो रही है, माइग्रेंट्स का जो क्राइसिस है वो अभी भी चल रहा है, तो उसको लेकर भी एक खबर रिपोर्ट की है नव भारत टाइम्स ने। कई जगह मजदूरों को का फूटा गुस्सा, तोड़फोड़ और हंगामा। और ये आप तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं, दिल्ली में यूपी बॉर्डर पर प्रवासी जुटे तो उन्हें बसों ने शेल्टर होम पहुंचाया। और गुजरात के राजकोट में ट्रेनें कैंसिल होने के बाद मजदूर भड़क उठे। तो ये तस्वीरें भी यहां पर दिखाई हैं कि किस तरह से जो माइग्रेंट लेबरर्स हैं उनकी भी परेशानी दिन ब दिन बढ़ती ही चली जा रही है। और आखिरी एक खबर हम आपके लिए और हाईलाइट करना चाहेंगे, दिल्ली में पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट और बाजार खोलने का प्लान आ सकता है आज। आपको हमने बताया कि किस तरह से स्टेट्स और यूनियन टेरिटरीज अब डिसाइड करेंगी कि कौन सा जोन, कौन सा एरिया कौन से जोन में आएगा। तो दिल्ली की में क्या क्या रिलैक्सेशंस होंगी उसके लिए आज एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि चीफ मिनिस्टर की तरफ से कुछ डिटेल्स आ सकती हैं। मूविंग ऑन नाउ टू द इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स, द पिंक पेपर, टू गेट यू द लेटेस्ट फ्रॉम द world of business and economy. And here also the two biggest stories are there on the front page. Lockdown 4.0, how things will change, and of course the stimulus that was announced by the government. So 2 more weeks of lockdown 4.0, most activities allowed outside containment zones. But what is still barred? Air travel, metro, educational, religious places, restaurants, hotels, cinema halls, malls. Arogya app is not mandatory. This is what the Economic Times is also reported on the front page. E-commerce companies may resume full operations today. Cab hailing services no longer prohibited. MHA has now removed restrictions. That's another story on the front page. And this is very interesting. The ET graphics today, it is telling you what exactly is there in this 20.97 lakh crore package that the government has announced. Experts believe the stimulus is more for supply, less for demand. And why? Here are the details. What the package delivers on: reforms, liquidity, infra push, and helping the stressed businesses. But the Economic Times says the package does not address supply side. Package does not address the issue of boosting demand. Businesses may get helped over time, but current stress may continue due to lack of demand. This is crucial because nearly 60% of economy is private consumption. So demand side, according to the Economic Times, has not been addressed in this booster that has come. However, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said, "We are not splurging, we are being responsible." That's another quote that the Economic Times has picked up. Moving on, there are some other important news that we have got as as well. Maruti Suzuki looks to resume operations today. Oppo halts work at Noida unit after a staff tested positive. Lastly, government's next target now is 10 million tests by July end. Protocol for 20 cities is something that is going to come very soon. So this is the latest that we have for you from the Economic Times. Let's now talk about the Delhi edition of the Times of India, and the big news here is that upbeat Delhi government to unveil the rules today. And we will be going across to my colleague Sharon, who is joining us live right now. Sharon, good morning. The green signal has come from the MHA, but how will the life of Delhiites change? Will be unveiled today.
Good morning, Hina. Yes, the Delhi government has recommended the centre that there should be in fact freedom given to the state to in fact determine the zones and the extent of the activities that can be regulated in the zone. That is something that the centre has allowed now, and Delhi government yesterday has welcomed this move by the centre government. And Arvind Kejriwal, taking on the Twitter, has said that he and his team is in fact sitting down and coming up with a foolproof plan as to what is going to be the relaxation in the zones. Remember, there has been 11 districts in Delhi, and all these 11 districts have come under red zones, and there have been more than 90 containment zones. Now the containment zone stands at around 75, and whether these red zones will be divided into green or orange is something that we have to of course wait and watch for. The plan that will be made by the Delhi government today, it is likely to come today before the evening, and accordingly the people will be having more relaxation, is what the Chief Minister said. He said that we have to now live with Corona, and this is a push for the economic activities, and that is why we will be giving more relaxation in the national capital.
All right, Sharon, appreciate you joining us with all of those details. We are now moving on to the Mumbai edition of the Times of India and Maharashtra. The situation in Maharashtra is quite critical as far as the Corona count is concerned, and the front page only is reporting that how state has seen 2,347 new cases. Mumbai alone has seen 1,595 new one-day cases and third highest deaths. That's the latest update that we have. Arunil, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast. Arunil, good morning. Few government beds for COVID suspect. Situation in private hospitals even worse. This is something that has been reported today in the Mumbai edition.
Well, Hina, firstly, speaking about the number of positive cases, more than 2,300 cases were recorded in the state of Maharashtra. This is the highest spike in a single day. And with respect to the city of Mumbai as well, more than 1,500 cases were recorded yesterday. That is also a highest spike by a big margin. And the number of deaths was also around 38 deaths were recorded in the city of Mumbai. That is also the highest in Mumbai in a single day. Now, you mentioned about a few beds for suspected COVID patients. Basically, these are patients who have symptoms close to the coronavirus, but they haven't visited the hospital immediately, and because of that they become critical and they have suspected COVID as well, because the test has been conducted. But for these kind of patients, the beds are not available in the BMC hospitals, the state-run hospitals, as well as the private hospitals, because this is a major concern. If at all these patients are not treated immediately, they turn into, it becomes extremely severe and they may lose their life, and it basically increases the mortality rate in Mumbai and Maharashtra as well. So the BMC is looking at it. In fact, the BMC has promised that around 100 such beds for suspected COVID patients will be made available in the hospitals across the city of Mumbai. And similar guidelines have been given for private hospitals as well. But this is a serious concern, Hina, considering that many such patients have died in the past like this.
Thank you very much, Arunil, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. From Mumbai, let's now move on to the Chennai edition of the Times of India. And on the front page today, it is the update as far as the COVID numbers in Tamil Nadu are concerned. Cases top 11,000. Tamil Nadu may tweak testing policy. 4 deaths take toll to 78. Shilpa, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Shilpa, the number of cases are rising sharply. In fact, what's also being reported that 4 districts from West Tamil Nadu actually have no active cases. So it seems that probably it's only one zone which is contributing to this rising number.
Well, Hina, yesterday Tamil Nadu crossed the 11,000 mark. 639 new cases of coronavirus were reported in the state yesterday, and around 480 of these 639 cases were reported from Chennai. But what is also, is a positive news is that 634 patients were discharged yesterday. So that is, of course, a very high number, and 4 new COVID-19 deaths have also been reported, and this takes the state's tally to 11,224 cases, 4,172 recoveries, and 78 deaths. But like you rightly mentioned, there are 4 districts: Coimbatore, Erode, Namakkal, and one more district, Tirupur, that has 0 active cases. And that, of course, is good news. More and more districts are now trying to, treat and contain the spread virus so that they can also be corona free. But nevertheless, what we're given to understand is that people coming from different states and foreign countries is now the next big challenge for the state government. Yesterday alone, 81 people who came from different parts of the country, for example, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, they had tested positive for coronavirus. And even day before yesterday, we saw around 90 people testing positive for COVID-19. So this is the next new challenge for the state government, to test and quarantine all those people who are coming back to Tamil Nadu from different parts of the state and the world as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Shilpa, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We're now moving on to the Kolkata edition of the Times of India. And today, things, of course, are going to change with lockdown 4.0 kicking in Kolkata as well, in West Bengal as well. On the front page, it's being reported that under lockdown 4.0, Kolkata's containment zones will be much smaller in size, but witness more specific and stringent actions aimed at checking the pandemic without compromising on economic activities. Shreyasi, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast more on this. Shreyasi, good morning. Today, of course, it's also being reported the transport system is gearing up for Monday test as offices reopen. Okay, I think we'll just try and reconnect with Shreyasi in just a bit, but that's the latest update that we have for you. In fact, there's another update we want to highlight from the Kolkata edition. Okay, Shreyasi is back with us. Yes, Shreyasi. Shreyasi, can you tell us how is the transport system really gearing up for the big test today, as many offices will start opening from today?
Well, the state transport has already started its work on Friday. There was already a run on Friday, and today, of course, being Monday, a full start to the week, it will be a test for the State Transport Corporation.
Okay, and also Shreyasi, very quickly, if you could bring us up to speed with the latest as far as the severe cyclonic storm Amphan is concerned, because now the Kolkata edition is reporting that it could actually weaken before landfall on Wednesday. What kind of arrangements are in place?
Well, the Kolkata Met Department has said that the cyclone is going to be losing some of its power before hitting land here between West Bengal and Bangladesh. The landfall will be happening on Wednesday afternoon. However, all state administration and central administration, including the Navy and NDRF, have been pressed into action. Navy is on standby. NDRF teams have been deployed in both Odisha and in West Bengal. But now, since it's already a developing cyclonic storm, by the time it hits land, it will have lost some of its severity. But of course, keeping in mind that this could be the strongest cyclone that both Odisha and West Bengal can face since 2013. Both the state administrations are on high alert to keep in mind that there is zero casualty in cyclone.
All right. Thank you, Shreyasi, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We're now quickly moving on to the Bengaluru edition of the Times of India. And here it's being reported that buses, autos, cabs set to hit roads in Karnataka after 2 months. Let's straight away go across to my colleague Deepak Bopanna joining us on the broadcast. Deepak, good morning. So finally, people of Karnataka will also be able to travel in buses, autos and cabs.
Yes, that's what it looks like. The Chief Minister, of course, has called for a high-level meeting. It's going to take place at 11 this morning, where all these decisions will be finalized. As far as public transport is concerned, it could be allowed because